Alright, so we are at Universal Studios today to see all the different scare zones and the props they have out ahead of the opening, which is going to be in less than a week this weekend. Unfortunately, we're not going to be here this weekend. We're not going to be here the second weekend just due to work schedules. So we will be coming a little bit late to enjoy Halloween Horror Nights. I'm very excited for this one, just like I was last year. Unfortunately this year I'm not going to be able to get the frequent fear passes and be here as much. But we'll probably come here at least a couple times just to see everything and do everything. But for today we're going to go ahead and check out what they have in the scare zones prior to opening weekend. So let's go. Alright, so we are coming up on the streets of Hollywood where a Vanity Ball scare zone is going to be. It doesn't look like there's too much out here. But we do have these little stages built. So it looks like we're going to get the return of little stage shows, which is going to be pretty cool, and I am definitely excited for. There's plasma there. It's just got the lighting towers and the lighting up there. So I think this one has kind of like a horror type plastic surgery theme. That is just the Simpsons camper, but here is another one of the stages. Metamorph. And that looks like about it for this scare zone. So they did announce a new lagoon show for Halloween Horror Nights. I'm assuming that this is what this is for. So you can see the signage. It is the Halloween Marathon of Mayhem. So now we're coming up to Vikings Undead. This is where Trick or Treat was 2 years ago. And we don't have the pumpkins and the trees anymore. But we do have lights and skulls up in the trees. And the mast all the way up there. Let me zoom out. This one I'm not the most excited for, but we will see how it pans out. So we got some props over here. Not as much in the trees this year, but the skulls are actually pretty cool, and I'm sure they'll be pretty cool when they're lit up. It does look like they light up there. This would be Vikings Undead. So this is one of the better scare zones that never has any props, and it's always unlisted. But it is in the Simpsons area, and it's where they have the chainsaws. This is always a fun place to kind of just sit right here and watch everything that's going on. This is actually one of the best places to post up, because with the chainsaw people, they usually hide right behind here and they scare everybody coming across the bridge. Now if you actually go watch some of our videos from last year, we did a huge compilation, or several videos of compilations of people just getting scared, that being one of the main areas, so definitely go check some of those out. They're pretty funny. So so here's one of the scare zones that I am most looking forward to, which is the Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe. It's kind of a newer area for a scare zone. They did have the Dead Man's Wharf 2 years ago, and last year they had some chainsaws.
Eu acho que eles fizeram todas as coisas entendidas de boa fé que era assim. Não tá mais.
So this one looks to have the most stuff so far. Don't know what they're gonna do here, like a little stage show. Right there, that is a scene right out of the music video Dragula. I do remember that from my childhood. Sitting on a little drum stool. We have something covered up here, looks like a throne of some sort. We got some kind of electric chair here. And here's from the other side coming in. I think what was interesting is they did have a pentagram up here on one of these before, but it has since been taken down. I don't know if that's due to the hurricane or they just made the decision to do that because of possible controversy, but I guess we will see. Now I will notice, or I will say, that this scare zone was a little bit cramped in there, so we will see how that goes, but I am most looking forward to this one. So now we are on the streets of New York, where they usually have the biggest scare zone, and this year it's going to be Zombieland Double Tap. Again, this one is another highly anticipated one from me. We have a truck that says Malik's Bake Shop. That looks like the old truck that was used for the Killer Clowns. I'm not sure. Oh, yep, that is going to be from Zombieland. As you can see, the door open here, it's full of all the snowballs. Doesn't look like we got anything down that way. But as we come up here in front of Mummy, we have Wayland's Pacific Treasures. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on in here when they open this all up. I can see some stuffed animals and stuff in there. And then this right here is pretty sweet. And I hear this is supposed to actually be a working...
You wanna go join in, sir?
Drop tower.
This is a camera. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Put Lincolns in this thing. 3, 2, 1.
So that is going to be really cool. I can't wait to see this in action. And then over here is usually the entrance to the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. It's not open right now. They did have some porta potties out here too that were part of the Zombieland Scare Zone, but I don't see them out here. So they must have brought them in for the hurricane. And I also heard people were trying to use them, so. But, oh no, they're actually over here. So I am mistaken.
I don't know why she's going there.
3, 2, 1.
So here we go. So beware of bathrooms, which was one of the rules at the beginning of the movie. So it looks like it for the Zombieland Double Tap Scare Zone. Alright, so this is the Scare Zone when you first enter. I'm coming down the opposite way, but this one's called Anarch-cade. And I'll probably go down one side and come back the other. So it looks like we have some arcade looking machines here. Except over here it says game, and across the way over. Just looks like these will light up here. And I wonder what's going to be on these screens, if anything. Kind of see inside a little bit. I don't know if you can on the camera, but there's nothing in there. So maybe they'll have some kind of projections going on inside. But now we'll go down the other side. So this looks actually pretty cool. I wonder what kind of scare actors are going to be in this area. Alright, but that is Anarch-cade. And here's what we'll be seeing every night as we leave Halloween Horror Nights. Right here at the exit. Alright, so those were the Scare Zones. Like I said in the video, I think my two that I'm looking most forward to is the Zombieland Double Tap and the Rob Zombie Scare Zones. The one that I'm least looking forward to is going to be the Viking one, but we'll see how they do that. I will be open-minded. I'm glad you guys came along to see all the Scare Zones prior to Halloween Horror Nights starting. Just stay tuned to the channel and we'll bring you a lot of content from the event, so thanks.